chocolate tea cake, high cut. Chocolate tea cake, cupcake, high. Chocolate tea cake. Chocolate tea cake, hi-hat cupcakes. Got it. Hi there, I'm here at Crumbs and Doilies HQ, and as you can see, everyone's busy working on lots of delicious cakes and cupcakes for our orders. So I'm gonna have to make my own treats today, and I'm gonna show you something really outrageous. I'm gonna show you how to make chocolate tea cake hi-hat cupcakes. Let's get started. The first thing you're going to need to do is make your buttery biscuit base. So I've got 90 grams of digestive biscuits, which I just whizzed up in a food processor. You can just bash them to death if you want with a rolling pin. And to that I'm going to add 25 grams of melted butter and a couple of teaspoons of golden syrup. And then just mix that up really well until it's all nicely combined. And then once that's mixed, pop a tablespoon into each case of your cupcake tin. And then once you've got some crumbs in each one, get yourself a little rolling pin and just squish it down so it's like a little buttery biscuit base. Once you've finished them, pop it to one side and we'll get on with making the batter. To make the chocolate cupcakes, you're going to need 175 grams of plain flour, then 185 grams of caster sugar, 30 grams of cocoa powder with a pinch of salt and half a teaspoon of bicarbonate of soda. Pop that in as well. Shuffle that through the sieve. And then add 75 grams of chocolate chips. Give it a little whisk just to make sure it's all mixed. And then you need to mix your wet ingredients together. So grab a separate bowl, and I have got 120 grams of buttermilk. Pop that in the bowl. And then 120 grams of cold coffee. And then 105 millilitres of vegetable oil. And then the last thing we're going to need is 1.5 eggs. Now, I realise that's ridiculous, but the way that you do it is you weigh your egg and then whisk it up a little bit so the yolk and the white is combined. Divide whatever it weighs in two and remove half of it and add that to your other egg. So 1.5 eggs. You could probably get away with using 2 small eggs, but I never have any of those, so 1.5 eggs. And then whisk all that together. And then once that's all combined, just pop your dry ingredients into your wet ingredients and mix it really well. Super, super runny. Pour that into a jug. And then you need to grab your tray back with all that buttery biscuit base and fill these guys 3/4 of the way full. And then just bake those at 160 degrees Celsius for 20 minutes or until they're springy to the touch and cooked all the way through. While my cakes are in the oven, I'm going to get on with making my marshmallowy meringue icing, which is as amazing as it sounds. Make sure you have a big bowl because it starts off being really small, but it grows about 3 or 4 times the size. So start with that. And I've got 260 grams of caster sugar. And then I've got 1/4 teaspoon of cream of tartar and a pinch of salt in here. And then I've got 100 millilitres of golden syrup, 2 tablespoons of water, the whites of 3 large eggs, and then a teaspoon of vanilla extract. I've got a pan of boiling water here and it's nice and hot, so I'm just going to turn it down to a simmer. And I'm going to put my bowl of ingredients on top of that, and that's called a bain-marie, or a double boiler. And as soon as it's on the heat, get your whisker on and start whisking. And I'm just going to whisk that for about 5 minutes until it reaches stiff peak consistency. Right, that is ready. I'm just going to turn the heat off and take the bowl off the heat and just mix it for another minute just to make sure all that sugar's dissolved. Right, it's all ready. It's keeping its peaks. It's really marshmallowy and fluffy. Pop that to one side if you can bear it until we're ready to use it. Just cover it with cream film. My cakes have come out of the oven and they're completely cool now, so it's time to fill them with an exciting surprise. And I'm going to use jam, raspberry jam specifically, that's my favourite. You can make your own like we do at Crumbs and Doilies, or if you haven't got the time to do that, then you can use shop bought. It's absolutely fine. I've got my jam here all ready to go in a piping bag, but obviously there's nowhere to put it yet, so I've got a chopstick here. And in each of the cupcakes, I'm going to make a little hole just by poking it right in the middle. So once you've made all your holes, grab your raspberry jam and you'll just need to snip a little bit off the end so it can come out. And then stick it in there and give it a squirt. And then once you've filled all your cakes, grab your icing back and we're going to put it in a piping bag. And once your piping bag's full, just give it a little twist at the top. And because these are going to be hi-hats, they need to be high. So you need to give it some real height. So start in the middle and then wiggle around that and then build it up. So once you've iced all your cupcakes like that, you need to put them in the fridge for about 15 to 20 minutes. So just pop them on a little tray so you can handle them and put them in the fridge. While those are cooling down in the fridge, I'm going to make my chocolate coating, and it's so easy. You just need 375 grams of chocolate. I'm using semisweet chocolate, which is 53% cocoa solids, but whatever chocolate you like it the most. And then I've got 2 tablespoons of vegetable oil. You can use coconut oil as well, it's quite nice. And then just pop that over a bain-marie again until it's all melted. And just stir it every now and then. That's completely melted now, so I'm going to take it off the heat and let it cool down for about 15 minutes, which coincidentally is about the length of time you're keeping your cakes in the fridge. And then we're going to dip them. So I put my chocolate mix in a smaller bowl so that I've got some real dipping depth. And all I need to do now is dip. So grab your cupcake, turn it upside down, hold it there for a little while so it can drip off. And then just repeat that with all of your cakes until they're all completely covered. Right, so that's all my cakes covered in chocolate, and now I'm just going to put them in the fridge for at least half an hour to 2 hours until all the chocolate's completely set. They've had a couple of hours in the fridge and they are looking amazing and smooth and chocolatey and high. So there it is, the hi-hat chocolate tea, hang on, wait, the chocolate tea cake hi-hat cupcake. Marshmallow, chocolate, jam and buttery biscuit base. If you like that video and you want to see more videos by me, then don't forget to subscribe to my channel by clicking on the link up there. It's free and there's a video every week. So provided I'm out of my food coma by then, I'll be back next week with another video. Bye!